YouTube family, what's good, what's good? Yo, let's get it started. So I'm over here looking at this Go Fast footage and just something didn't settle well with me. I'm looking at this thing and I'm wondering, damn, how fast did it take to get to whatever it ran into, right? And I'm wondering, okay, it hit something obviously, but it didn't break to pieces. So I'm trying to figure out how long it took, right? Now, we could tell how long it took based off of the calculation or the time ticker at the bottom left of the screen that you guys could see right now at 0 seconds. Well, the whole footage for this Go Fast stuff is 4 minutes and 54 seconds, right? It shows two different angles of the ship going up. Now, Go Fast did one launch in 2004 where they achieved a speed of roughly 3,400 miles an hour, right? 3,420 miles an hour. So in the one that they took, the footage that we're all familiar with, right? This one, they did it in 2014, 10 years later. They achieved max speeds they say was 3,580 miles an hour, right? That's a 160 mile an hour difference. Okay, now, I want you guys to look at this footage and we're gonna do some math, okay? We're gonna do some math. All right, just so you know, it took off at 2 seconds. Now 20 seconds has elapsed. Excuse me, from 2 seconds, that was 18 seconds, but now it's, 21 seconds and counting. Anyway, let's continue. At 58 seconds, right, on this film, 58 seconds, it hits something. A lot of people argue and say it's the waters above, right, the firmament. It hit something at that time. So that means it was a 56-second flight before it hits something and basically slows down to a screeching halt. Doesn't really look like it's making much of any progress. So check it out. It ditches its tail section. Boom. Now it's just tumbling out of control. There goes the Earth. That's the moon in the distance. All right. Now I want y'all to check something out. Okay, here it is. So according to Quora, you can read right up there, the 2014 flight of the Go Fast rocket was an almost vertical trajectory with an apogee. That means the furthest distance that it traveled from Earth, 73.1 miles, right? Okay, cool. Rocket reaching a maximum speed of 3,580 miles an hour. The faster speed, or the slower speed that it was at was what I mentioned earlier, 3,420 miles an hour in 2004, right? And they reached an altitude of 72 miles. All right, so it continues. I'll go ahead and I'll drop that Quora joint in the description box, but I want to do some calculations with y'all, and maybe you guys can help me figure this out. Okay, so this is the time distance calculator, so the time calculator. So at a speed, we were given speeds. So at a speed, let's start with the first one. In 2004, 3,420 miles in 72 miles an hour and 72 miles. It would take 1 minute and 16 seconds to reach 72 miles, that altitude. 10 years later, they achieved a max speed, they claim, of 3580, right? 3,580 miles at 73.1 miles, right? Calculate. 1 minute and 14 seconds. They claimed it took 1 minute and 14 seconds to reach that altitude, which we saw that rocket got to a screeching halt, basically, right? And it took how long? That shit took 56 seconds. You counted it, I counted it, we see the clicker, we see the timer, that was 56 seconds. According to this, and any other math that we do, it will show at that speed, to get to that distance, it'll take 1 minute and 14 seconds. Am I doing this wrong? What am I doing wrong? If I'm doing something wrong. Am I doing something wrong, YouTube? YouTube family, help me figure this out. Because something just don't sit right with me with this thing. That's all I got, family. Love y'all. I'm out. Peace.